What's up, guys? Sorry, we have been out for a little bit. Just been busy. My editor's been a little busy. I'm also going to apologize. I got a pretty sore throat right now, so I might be a little raspy, whatever. We're going to play some Purple Enel, though. Really been enjoying this deck. Going over the deck list, I have to shout out Ron TCG. He raids the channel on Twitch all the time. Dude's cool as fuck, and he's a crazy good gamer. We just stole his Enel list. We're maybe gonna make some tweaks to it because there are some cards I want to try out. But going over things, it's Purple Enel. You can only have 6 Dawn in your Dawn deck. Also, active main once per turn. Gain 1 active Dawn and 4 rested Dawn, and then put 4 rested Dawn onto something. Pretty fucking cool leader. Kind of toxic, kind of very strong. We got 3 of the pudding. This searches out events and 2K Sanji. We have 4 of the Ohm. On play, Dawn -1, draw a card. Then when attacking, if you have 6 or less Dawn cards, minus something by 1K. Satori, on play, -1 Dawn, draw a card. When attacking, if you have 6 or less Dawn, look at the top 2 and rearrange them or bottom deck them. Shura, on play, Dawn -1, draw a card. If you have 6 or less Dawn cards on your field, he gains Rush. Pretty solid. We have 4 of the dog, just a 3/4, but he's kind of crazy. All of your own characters and Holly, or this character specifically, gain double attack. Also on the opponent's turn, it sets itself and all of your ohms to 6k base power. Very, very strong. We have 2 of the Reiju blocker. This is kind of a tech card, but it's really, really strong in the deck. I like it a lot personally. It fits my kind of reserved play style. We have 2 of the 2k counter blocker Sanji. We really just find this off of pudding. Sometimes it's just a performative 2k, but sometimes it's a blocker. I like the card in the deck. I also like having a 2k that can actually counter for your characters. We have 4 of the blocker now. I know a lot of people are cutting this down to 2 or 3. I think that's kind of crazy. I get it. It is worse than the other 6 cost now, but it is still just a 6k 10,000 power, or a 6 cost 10,000 power body. Effect reading: if you have 6 or less Dawn cards on the field, this character cannot be removed by your opponent's effects and gains 2k power, so it's just a 6/10. Very cool. Also, active main -1 Dawn. This character gains blocker, and then you trash a card from your hand. This is not once per turn. This can absolutely set you up for lethal swings. It's really cool. We have 6 of our... I wish 6. We have 4 of the other 6 cost Enel. This card is cracked as fuck. Same static effect if you're at 6 or less Dawn. He can't be removed by effects, and he's plus 2k power, so just another 6/10. Also on play, -1 Dawn, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck. Add a card to your hand. You don't even have to reveal it. You just get to grab anything. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't have to be Sky Island, doesn't have to be an event. It's just grab any card out of the deck. It's one of the most busted searchers. Then you discard a card, which is a little unfortunate, but it'd probably be cracked if you didn't have to. We have 2 Divine Departure, counter, trash a card. This card is 3k counter, or active main, rest 5 Dawn if you have a given Dawn, minus something by 8k. This is really cool to combo with some of the other cards in the deck. We have 1 Navari. This is mostly just for Thriller Bark Slop or Green Stun. It just boosts one of your Enels to an 8 cost, and counter, it gives an Enel 2k power. Also, it draws a card, which is dope. So Dawn -1, draw a card, then give something plus 2 cost. Really, really strong. Elthor, this is basically just a 1k boost and then a Seaquake, and has the same counter as all of the other events. Lightning Beast Keaton, this card's also pretty cool. I'm sorry, all of these cards are really fucking cool and I like them a lot. This one, minuses a Dawn. If your leader's Enel, you draw a card, then you give one of your opponent's characters -1k for the turn. Counter, it's a 2k for Enels. Lightning Dragon, this is technically a brick, but it's not a brick because you can just cycle it. Dawn -1, draw a card, then up to one of your opponent's rested characters with 6k or less power will not become active in the opponent's next refresh phase. So it's basically just like a one-shot Luna for a 6k power. Pretty cool, stun something out. And then arguably like the best card in the, like the best event in the deck for sure, probably not even arguably, Mamaragan. Mama Reagan. I can't ever say this shit correctly, but it's a really good card. Main, Dawn -2, draw a card, then rest one of your opponent's 5k power characters, 5k or less. And then counter, it's actually not a 2k, but it's a little more versatile than that. Counter up to one of your leader or character gain 1k power for the battle. And then if you have 6 or less Dawn cards, you draw a card as well. So you get to go 1k up, you replace it, and it can just draw you into any other like card in the deck, which is nice. Let's jump into the game though. Jumping right in, we are going to play against Green Zoro. Kind of interesting. This matchup I feel can go either way. They do have access to a lot of stun, but they're kind of at a disadvantage with being able to swing multiple times into our big bodies. We're going to steal first here. Just we want to be as aggressive as we can as quickly as possible. We also maybe should have mulliganed our hand. I don't necessarily love this lineup, but we do have a couple weenies and a couple events, as well as like the 6-cost Enel, so I'm not super sweating it, but we could have definitely started a little bit better. We do play this game a little fast and loose. We're just going to swing 5 in with leader. I anticipate them taking quite a few hits, so we're going to swing another 7 here. Again, I think they're just, we could have probably swung a 6 and they would have maybe taken it. Oh no, never mind. They give us the counter event. We also stacked our life here, or stacked our deck here. I think we maybe should have cycled like the Vari, possibly. That way we drew into another weenie on our next turn. Or like we should have technically stacked the weenie to the top. That way we could have varied to draw the weenie and then played the weenie -1 Dawn. It would have been a little bit more card efficient. We're gonna now cycle the Vari. It doesn't do anything besides draw us a card, so we missed a little bit of value in my opinion. As we're like kind of cycling down a little bit on good playables here. We will minus the Zoro and then 0-cost event. LOL, they're all 0-cost events. We will Mamaragan to rest the Zoro, and then we're just going to swing 7 with lead into the Zoro, clearing it out. I didn't really anticipate them countering it. They probably have a lot of bricks in hand at the moment. We are going to lose our weenie body here. There's a lot of just like 1-for-1 interactions with Purple Enel, unfortunately. You don't really have the availabilities to save your bodies as much as you would like to. So we're just gonna, we miss counter here. I should have used the Holly. Instead, we waste a 2k, essentially. And that's just on me. I thought they were swinging 6. We will take the 6k. We draw into another Lightning Dragon, which is good, but it's not great. We do Shura here. We also could have used leader effect to play the Enel to search another 5 cards deep into the deck and then Lightning Dragon something the way that we were already kind of planning to. But instead we're going to swing 5 with the Shura. We'll use the Lightning Dragon to freeze the Mihawk. I don't hate this. We'll play another Ohm, or we'll play an Ohm out, and then we're just going to use leader effect, put 3 on the big guy, swing 7, then swing 13. We're trying to be like pretty aggressive here. But we do need to keep in account that they are running stun cards. They do have Luna, they do have I Know You're Strong. So I'm kind of wondering here if swinging the Enel was correct. If they have another stun body, we're maybe not looking super pretty, you know what I mean? So they have leader effect here. I'm kind of anticipating them maybe going like 9-9 into life. We're, like I said, playing kind of fast and loose here. So they go 9 into the Ohm. We don't get value out of it outside of drawing a card. And then they Hiyori, which is fine, I guess. It's not that big of a deal. It's a little less than ideal for us, but it's whatever. We will play another 6 cost. We'll search out the 0 cost event, the Mama Reagan, discarding off the other 6 cost Enel. I think that was probably not correct. I think we could have discarded, say, a Holly. It is 1k counter, but what's 1k counter to an additional 610? You know what I mean? We're gonna stun both of the bodies. Kind of really don't mind that too much. It's not necessarily like a bad play. I am really trying to dig for an Thor right now, though. I want to be able to pop the Hiyori without having to swing into it, but we are not finding it. So we'll just go 5 into the Hiyori, making sure we clear it. We'll swing 14, putting them down to 1. And this is kind of a turn where I'm anticipating maybe like an Electrical Luna or a Go All Out. So we're gonna we're gonna counter out of the 7k. Pretty standard. I think if we didn't, we probably get cooked there. I also, if they have Electrical Luna, think they maybe should have Tashigi rested the Enel and then hit us with the Electrical Luna. That way they could have just stunned out both of our bigger bodies. Instead, they're gonna swing 9 into, maybe even 10, into the Satori. Just kidding, they don't. I'm wrong, I'm stupid. They're just gonna swing 9 into life. We will take it. We don't really want to give them the counter. Again, living a little on edge, but it's not that big of a deal because they're kind of not playing the most like strategically here. Again, they could have played the Tashigi to rest the Enel and then Electrical Luna both of our Enels. That probably would have been really good. So we're just going to add another Divine Departure. It's just extra counter power here. We're going to go 9. I'm hoping that they just take this. If they do, we can go Lightning Beast, reduce the Trafalgar Law, and then Mama Reagan to rest the Law. So I'm kind of just hoping that they take this life so we can go for lethal. Waiting on opponent here. Unfortunately, they do not take the bait. We will play a Satori. This is just to draw an additional card. We're going to now key in, reduce the Kikanojo, and then we'll use leader effect to swing 13 into the Tashigi. I don't know why I said Kikanojo. I'm sorry. I meant reduce the power of the Tashigi and then swing 13 into it. We'll play another Ohm. This is just going to get us an additional card. So going into this turn, though, I think we're kind of cooked. I'm feeling a little nervous, TBH, but we use the Mamaragon to counter out of a 5k swing. It actually draws us into a 2k counter, which is phenomenal. We're going to do the exact same thing here. 1k counter draws us into a 2k counter. And then potentially they could hit us with like a 14k swing here, but we're not worried about that. They could also go like 11 twice. Instead, they choose to play another Hiyori, searching out a 2k counter, our long effect to move Adon to our character and then Adon to their leader. Then we have to do a little math. So we have a lot of cards in hand here. We also have double Divine Departure. They're going to swing 13 into the Enel and they're going to swing 13 into our leader. If we can't counter out of both, we have to let the 6 cost go. But we thankfully drew double 2k off of both of the Mamaragons. So we'll go to 14 on the 6 cost. Then they will swing the 13 into life. We do have the counter though, so we'll double Divine Departure, then we're gonna L Thor to put us to 13, discard 1 Holly to go to 14, just enough. and that's just going to be game. They're going to concede there. Pretty interesting matchup. I think you really just have to be aggressive on Purple Enel's side. As I said earlier, they're a little bit at a disadvantage not being able to swing multiple times into the 6 cost. It also looks like they didn't see their restand event, which is kind of unfortunate for them. But let's jump over into the deck review. Overall, I've really been having a blast with this deck, and playing it in paper, I really see why people think it's going to be the best deck in the format. It is so ungodly strong, it's stupid. The only cards that I like kind of want to try out in the deck is potentially Heat. It's from ST10. Your turn, once per turn, when a Dawn is returned to the Dawn deck, it gains plus 2k power until the start of the next turn. So it's a 3/6 in the deck, essentially. That's very, very strong for the deck. I've also seen people running, and I've tested it a little bit, but I've come to like Divine Departure a little bit more. People are running Gamma Knife. This is also really good. It gives you Arrested Dawn to minus if you don't just want to minus one of your active Dawn. Minuses something by 5k power. Really, really good. The trigger's kind of mediocre. I also don't like that it's a hard brick, but if you're built different, you're built different, and this card is amazing. Those are probably the only things that I really want to test out. I might do something like this and then like run Heat at like 2 possibly. Maybe something like that. I've seen a lot of people cutting down the blocker Enel, and after playing like some games, I do get that it's the worst of the 2 6 costs to draw into, but it's still just a 6/10, which seems absurd to me. But this is a 3/6. So I understand the thought process behind it, and I will definitely be giving it a try. This was just a list that I really liked from a player that I really respect. So I've been playing it, you know? But that's going to be the video, guys. If you made it this far and you enjoyed, please leave a like and a subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.